If you want to take a walk, come behind me, Mr. Man. Hey, take a walk, take a walk, take a walk, take a walk. Yes, it's me, your girl, the Caribbean Queen, Allison Hines, and I have to say a big shout out to my girl Tees. You know how we do. We love it. Love you, Tees.
My mood is I'm every woman. It's all in me. Take two, I know it for now. What's up, people? What's happening? What's going on? It's the girl Tees. Now, I had this visa rant, and I see a lot of people, that understand where I'm coming from, and a lot of people that don't. Like somebody say, look like them a part of the work list set. Why them not get what me I say? Well, maybe you're not a part of the work list set. Maybe you're part of the privilege set. We get visa from you in at the home, because your mother gonna foreign and your whole family have visa, so then you don't understand the struggle. You have a lot of Jamaicans that don't understand the struggle. If you have a diplomatic passport, when you see all these ministers going through airport, they don't understand the struggle. If you're an artist, you're not going to really understand the struggle because you get free plane ticket and free visa, you have also bank, Lana bank, Care bank, and Jewelry bank, so therefore you're not going to understand where I'm coming from. So I decided to do this because I also post the video on my YouTube, and I saw someone made a comment. His name is Tariq El Shakor. First of all, the name doesn't sound Jamaican, so it look like you know nothing what going in Jamaica. But anyway, to my video, he commented and said, there are over 80 countries where you go where is not, wait, I'm reading as he typed. Okay, there are over 80 countries where you can go where visa is not required. Why you keep going to countries where visa is required? I have a Jamaican passport. Don't quote, I'm reading what he writes. I have a Jamaican passport and I had no issues with my Jamaican passport and I travel. Last year I went to Brazil with my Jamaican passport and visa is not required. Jamaicans can go places such as Russia, Brazil, South Africa, Croatia, etc. Focus on these countries that are visa free. First of all, let me call bullshit. You cannot get in Croatia with no visa free. You need a Schengen visa to go to Croatia. So get your shit together and get your facts straight. First of all, even if you get a Schengen, not all Schengen visas can even get you into Croatia. The first Schengen visa I got, I couldn't have gone to Croatia with that because it was a one entry Schengen visa. You need a multiple entry Schengen visa in order to go to Croatia. There is nowhere in Europe you can go as a Jamaican with a Jamaican passport and don't require a visa. That is BS. I miss it about 10 million people like it. Obviously they do not travel or they do not have a Jamaican passport or them have them green card. If you live in the US and you have a green card, then certain things not going to apply to you because you can use a green card and get to certain places. If you live in Canada and you have your Canadian residence and you still have a Jamaican passport, then you're not going to understand the struggle. So let me educate some of you that don't understand where I'm coming from. Listen, you're right. You can go to Russia without a Jamaican, you don't need a visa. You can use a Jamaican passport to go to Russia. And second of all, let me call bullshit. You cannot go to 80 countries that are visa free. There is 59 countries that are visa free for Jamaican passport holders, including Palestine, Israel, South Korea, Cook Island, Salmon Island, and a bag of other places that you can't even pronounce, that we're not, to be honest, we're not really interested in going to those countries. And second of all, you still need visas to go to those countries. For example, Hong Kong. When I went to Hong Kong, I didn't need a visa. But would I leave from Jamaica to go straight to Hong Kong with a Jamaican passport? No, I would need a visa still to go to Hong Kong because there's no straight flights from Jamaica that goes directly to Hong Kong. There is no straight flight that leaves from Jamaica and go to South Africa the last time I checked. So even though some of these African countries that categorize us as Africans will accept us, like Nigeria, Ghana, these countries as Swaziland, these countries as Jamaicans, because they're under Africa, you can go there without a visa. No, how easy it is for you to go to these countries. You still need a visa. I got a 1-year visa from Thailand. I had a 1-year visa issued to me. I applied for the transit visa at that time to go through Canada to go to Hong Kong, because there is no straight flights that leaves from Jamaica to go to Thailand. So I still require a visa. So even though we don't need a visa to go to Philippines, to go to Singapore, how are we going to get there? How are we going to get there? We're going to buy a boat? So technically, we still need a visa. So people who like to run on and try to contradict what I'm saying, just get your facts together, because I'm not going to come here and lie to people. I'm not going to come here and paint it pink when it's blue. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. If it's shit, it smell like shit, and it look like shit, it cannot be fish. It's got to be shit, right? Simple. So therefore, I'm just being honest. Like, for example, we can go to Solomon Island. Or we go reach a Solomon Island, which is next to Antarctica. Or we go reach there. Some countries that certain Jamaicans live in, like Saba, St. Martin, Statia, Curacao, some of those countries that Jamaicans live in that have papers for those countries, they cannot apply for visas in those countries. So they must take a plane to go somewhere to apply for a visa. If I live in Saba and I have papers for Saba, I have a residency for Saba, and I have a Jamaican passport, there is no American embassy in Saba, there's no Canadian embassy in Saba, there's no British embassy in Saba. So guess what? I have to now go to either Trinidad, Curacao, or go back to Jamaica. So in order for me to take a vacation, to go to any one of these countries, I have to now take a vacation to go to these countries. Perfect example. I was in Jamaica trying to apply for the Icelandic visa, which is also a Schengen visa. It comes under Schengen visa. Now, because I travel a lot, I kind of know some of the loopholes, and that's why I do my vlogs on how to get certain visas, and the little rigmaroles and how to avoid certain things. For example, I am in Jamaica because which part me live, I cannot apply for a Schengen. I cannot at the time apply for a Schengen visa there. Certain visa you cannot apply for in certain country as a Jamaican passport holder. So I was in Jamaica. I decided I want to go to Iceland. That is always my dream. I worked must have 5 months non-stop every single day to accomplish this goal. But said me I go travel Europe. Iceland was a part of my journey. I was in Jamaica. I already called to make appointment to get the Schengen visa, to apply for the Schengen visa. I spoke to the people at the German embassy. Them say yes. I tell them where I want to go. Ask them the Schengen. Because at the time the French embassy was closed, and I read online that the German embassy was the one that was issuing Schengen visas. So I'm like, okay, no problem. I called them. They spoke to them. Make appointment. Everything is fine. A month after the appointment, sometimes I feel to wait long. A month after, when it was finally time to go to the embassy, I went to the embassy. The people then go look at me and said, they do not issue Schengen visa. They don't know why people keep coming there for Schengen visa. So I said, obviously, there's a source out there that is telling people that you can get Schengen visa here. So anyway, they sent me to the Spanish embassy. I went to the Spanish embassy. I mentioned that I wanted to go to Iceland. Listen to me carefully, people, because a lot of people don't understand when I talk about it hard. They're going to tell me that if I am going to Iceland, I have to apply for Icelandic visa. In order for me to apply for Icelandic visa, there's not an Icelandic embassy in Jamaica. So I have to go to Mexico at the time. I think no, you don't need visa for Mexico. I need to double check that. I don't want to give out any wrong information. I think no, you can go to Mexico with a Jamaican passport without a visa. At the time, I know for sure you needed a visa to go to Mexico. So I said to the lady, so you're telling me I need to go to the Mexican embassy in Jamaica, apply for a Mexican visa, buy ticket to go to Mexico to apply for Icelandic visa? I said, does that even make sense to you? Them said, no, it doesn't, but that's just the rules, and that's just how it goes, so they can't do anything outside of that. I just have to do what it, if I want the visa, that's how I have to get the visa. I found a way to go around that. So I could now apply for the Schengen visa and use the Schengen visa to go to Iceland if I don't mention that I'm going to Iceland. So then I can say, okay, I'm going to France. And like I said in my previous vlog with Europe, to be honest, if you're planning on going to Europe with a Jamaican passport, just say I go France. Just say I go one country, whether you go Belgium or whichever, just say one. Because if you tell them, say you're going to Iceland and Amsterdam and Switzerland and Spain, then you have to go have Cara Bank, House Bank, Lana Bank, Jewelry Bank, Gota Bank, and Donkey Bank. You understand? So it's too much rigmarole. So to be honest, just lie. And that's the sad truth. That is the sad truth. Because if I had said I was just going to go to France, then I get the visa. Then I can just go all over Europe, because once I get the Schengen visa, you can go wherever you want to go in Europe. The Schengen visa covers 28 Schengen countries. So you can go Norway with it, Switzerland with it, Sweden with it, wherever. But if you mention that you're going to go to all these countries, then it gets difficult. It don't make sense. It's not my rule. I'm just giving you a heads up. So for this guy to say, oh, you can go 80 countries. Okay, you can go to Philippines. You can go to Solomon Island. You can go to Palestine. You can go to Israel. You can go to Siberia. You can go to Venezuela and go there if you're hungry too, because you don't need a visa to go there. You can go to all these countries. Fiji. You can even go to South Africa. But how are you going to get there? Because we all know that most of these countries, which part Cook Island there? We can go there without a visa though. Cook Island must be next to Antarctica. How are we going to get there? Okay, Nicholas, like I said, before you needed visa to go Mexico a few years ago, so I think that lifted the whole visa thing for Mexico, so I wasn't too sure. I never want to say you don't need visa and then you need, and then say you don't need when you need. So I wasn't too sure, but I'm happy Nicholas confirmed that we don't need visa anymore to go to Mexico. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, don't follow some of these people online that tell you you can go here, there, and everywhere. Because at the end of the day, if you go to certain countries, you are going to need visa, even though you don't need visa. There's no straight flight from Jamaica to the Philippines, so you have to stop somewhere. You have to stop somewhere. Like I said, when I got my Thai visa, I was going to go through Canada, then Hong Kong, which I don't need a visa to go to Hong Kong. And my transit visa, that I would just sit in the plane for 3 hours, which was my itinerary, was denied. You understand? So, if we work towards certain things, it's harder. Like somebody said, oh, Americans do need visas to go certain places, so don't let it look as if we don't need visas to go. That kind of reminds me when Trump said, you know what, he grew up struggling and he got a small loan of $1 million. Seriously? What not complain about? What not complain about? There's 197 countries, and we as Jamaicans can go to 59 without a visa, including some island where you can't even carry a dog over there. I'm sure we can go to St. Elise without visa and then kill a clout over there. As an American passport holder, how many countries can you go without visa? And when we say visa, it's not hard. American seeking visa is not the same thing that we face when we got embassy and we have to answer which part we granted it down in the slave ship. Which side? If any of our uncle did jump off. We don't understand the struggles. So if we don't understand, just ask somebody. 59 countries is a lot, Renita, but like I said, the 59 countries include Palestine, Yemen. Do we want to go there? Do we want to go there? Why the 59 countries couldn't include US, Canada, Europe? You know what I mean? We still need visa for them good country there. And even though some of the countries that you don't need visa to go, such as Barbados, Bahamas, you don't need visa to go Bahamas, but then we turn your back. Before you never need visas to go to St. Martin, but then we turn your back. So sometimes you better get the visa and done. That's one of the reasons I remember back in the days I was never interested in going to England. Because remember, I used to fly how much I also got England, and then when you got England, them said go on back. And I used to say to myself, any day me decide that me go England, you have to go drag me by my ear to put me back on the plane, because you cannot tell me saying I let me in the country after me fly for so much hours and spend how much $1,000 on ticket. And I think that's just one of the reasons why I never ever end up in England. Imagine you spend how much £1,000 ticket, fly 9 hours, and then they look at you and say go back. Then I'll let you in. I had a friend that was turned back just because the lady never liked her Barbados. Bahamas, sorry. The woman just turned her back. She ended up go the following week and get in the country from a different immigration officer. So sometimes I don't understand the struggles. But the struggle is real, yeah? So I'm not pretty it up. It is what it is. Anyway, peace and love, guys. I hope you guys learned something from this. One love. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Tis unstoppable. Do just what you want, whatever floats your boat.